So this video, I want to talk about the crash bars that I installed. The reason why I installed the crash bar wasn't for the looks. Definitely doesn't do anything for the look factor, considering that it almost feels like I have training wheels for my bike. But with that said, it was also more along the lines of saving money factor. Because I'm a new rider, if I got into a situation where I dropped my bike, which is highly common for new riders, I did not want to spend a fortune trying to get it back together to tip-top shape. Watching some of the online videos, people with crash bars that have crashed their bikes only resulted with minimal damage to their bike, maybe a damage to their mirrors, maybe a little bit of their handlebar, but that's about it. Now, the people that didn't have the crash bars installed and dropped their bike, it seemed like there was a lot more damage to the fuel tank, the engine, you know, the big ticket items that cost a lot more money that I didn't want to do. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the reason why I did it. I purchased mine off Amazon. I originally wanted to get it from the dealership, but again, the dealership will charge you a fortune for something that's just a metal piece. On Amazon, I think I got it for just over $100. It had pretty decent reviews, so after reading a lot of reviews on it on Amazon and then watching some of the YouTube videos, it seemed like it was a good chance to try it out. Oh, nice car. One day I just kind of took the time of watching, I believe the YouTuber put miles on it, installing his crash bar onto his 2020 Harley Iron 83, which is the exact same bike as mine. And yeah, and I actually ended up having the same problems as he did, where the bracket on the top and the bottom didn't really line up perfectly the way it came. In the end, he ended up bending a bit of the bracket that came onto the bar to make it fit. And watching that kind of gave me a little bit more confidence of what I was doing. So I ended up doing the same thing. Once I bent it into shape, it fit and snugged right into where it needed to go. Now, comparable to putting on the slip-ons, I would say our installation difficulty is probably similar to putting on the slip-on, but it was a little bit more awkward to put in just because the bar was so wide, and there wasn't many places for it to be held up, so you gotta have to use your legs and your knees just kind of in a weird angle to put it in. But yeah, I mean, luckily, I haven't had the need to use it yet, but it's just one of those things where I know for a fact when the time comes, I have a bit of insurance that perhaps it'll save a bit more money on the repair side of the house if I do drop my bike. Like I said, I hope it never comes down to that. Obviously, it doesn't add any more performance to the bike. I'm pretty sure it just degrades it a little bit, but no one seems to really notice that there's a crash bar. I think maybe it's the shape. It's pretty low profile. It did come with this like foot mount that you can put on for highway cruising, but I mean, that thing's a bitch to put on, and it's really not that comfortable to sit here with your legs out like that. So I didn't feel the need to put it in because that's not the reason why I bought it. So would I recommend having a crash bar? It depends on your own skill set and your confidence level. In general, I think it's, as a beginner rider, it's probably worth it to have it on for a year. I plan to take it off after maybe a year or two of riding, and once I get my kilometers up a lot higher, where I know my bike and my skill sets a little bit more. But until then, I think I'm just going to keep it on because it does no harm. I already bought it and it's already installed, so why not? If you're really against having something like this because visually it's not pleasing, then yeah, I mean, don't get it. But out of all the choices of the crash bars that I saw, where some of them were just kind of round, I like this mustache look. It just kind of gives it a little bit more angles where it almost seems like it came stock with the bike. So if you're gonna go get a crash bar, I would say this probably fits the best visually and functionally for a Harley 883. Anyways, Happy New Year's to y'all, and that was my review of my crash bars. See you in 2021. Peace.